Welcome to our first Mindset Monday call. We used to spend a lot of time on mindset, and I was like, you know what? We're going to shift back into that. Let's repeat what works. So these are taking the place of our Wednesday night calls. So we will not have calls on Wednesday. We'll still do recognition and announcements, but they'll be in the format of a post versus a call. You know, when you get some calls and you're like, man, this could have been in an email. That's kind of what we're going for. So Mondays, we're going to focus on learning and training and growing and the stuff that we really want to be on camera for. And then on Wednesdays, we'll still post our once a week announcements and celebrations and things like that. So, to kick off our call, we're going to start with one thing that we're grateful for. And then once you share what you're grateful for, you'll pick the next person. All right, who wants to go first?
Oh, good.
Yay.
I am grateful. I'm having my very first hostess hosted party on the 10th. So my friend
Congratulations.
booked a party, yes. And I am going to pick Kimberly.
Thank you for sharing. Kimberly, what are you grateful for? And if you can't unmute, you can always type it, but if you can, we'd love to hear you. Oh, we see you now, but we still can't hear you. There you go.
Hi, I'm here.
Hi.
I just had to figure out how to unmute.
For sure.
So I am grateful for my friend Tracy that is in our Labri 101, and she is going to be having a party as well.
Yay! I love all this party news. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank
And I can't see who's here.
Oh, that's okay. How about Deborah Conkle?
Works for me.
Deborah, what are you grateful for?
Hey, everybody. I'm grateful that I'm actually here tonight. And I'm grateful that my mother actually got to come home from the hospital. She had surgery last week and was kind of unknown, but she's well now and home. And I'm grateful for that.
Thank you so much for sharing. Do you want to pick the next
Um,
person?
how about Ellen?
Ellen, what you grateful for? Sometimes people can't unmute, and that's okay. What about Cindy? Cindy, what are you grateful for?
I'm grateful I didn't flake out like Wednesday and forget about the call. It was 9:15. I was like, oh no. I'm grateful I have a laptop, but the camera's not working because my
Ah,
computer, my desktop is just giving me the rainbow wheel of death right now. So is it okay if I can get the desktop to work to go out and come back?
sure. Yeah, totally.
Okay. All
Totally.
right.
We are glad you're here. Thank you for sharing. How about Debbie? Debbie, what are you grateful for?
Oh, multiple things. I am grateful for my health. I'm feeling way better. I'm gonna
Yay.
sneeze.
Bless you.
Just came in from mowing. Um, and my teammates, we are rocking it right now. And I've just really had a really good month so far this month, and I just really appreciate all the support of everybody helping me limp along this whole month. And we're doing fantastic. So I'm just really grateful. Just so many things. So
I love that. Thanks, Debbie.
Teresa's here.
Teresa, what are you grateful for? Oh, you're muted, hun. She's working on it.
Better?
There we go.
All right. All the help I'm getting from Debbie.
Yep. That's
Yep.
awesome. Yay.
Today she showed me how to spend money.
There you go. Yeah, you got to know how to shop on your website.
Yeah, I'm still learning.
Love that. Well, perfect. Thank you so much for sharing.
Yeah.
And who hasn't gone yet? Oh, Jeanette's on. Hi.
Hello.
What are you grateful for?
What am I grateful for? My grandchildren. I got to spend the weekend with them.
Love that. Perfect. Thank you for sharing. All right, everybody got a chance to share. I'll share mine too. I am grateful for rest. I launched a new business last month, and not just any business, a brick and mortar business. So a lot of physical energy went into it. And even though my business partner is out of town this week, I've gotten to really balance things out, which just feels really, really good after that, like first month of putting all of our time and energy into it. And my in-laws come in tomorrow, and then next week we get to go to convention. So I'm grateful for all of the rest leading up into more fun and excitement coming up. The reason that we start our calls with gratitude is it's the highest frequency and it matches the same frequency as joy and appreciation, which is where abundance is. So that's why we do that. If you're ever feeling low, just take a few moments to talk about what you're grateful for or write it down if there's nobody to talk to. How do I? Oh, there's no like present mode with this. All right, we'll just do it like this. So this is our Mindset Monday series. So every Monday for the rest of the year, we're going to meet, unless there's any holiday conflicts. I haven't quite looked yet. And we're going to talk about all things mindset. So what is mindset? You can find a couple of different definitions for it. Some people, some people being Webster, the Webster Dictionary says it's the established set of attitudes held by someone. But some other definitions say it's a set of beliefs that shape how you make sense of the world and yourself. Mindset influences how you think, how you feel, how you behave in any given situation, and it means that what you believe about yourself impacts your success or failure. So it's not just your attitude that it shapes your success, it shapes what actions you take, it shapes what you think and believe and all of that. I was trying to find one video that I loved, and I couldn't really find just one, but this is the one I liked the most so far. So we're gonna watch this video real quick. Make sure it's at the beginning. And if you guys can just give me a thumbs up once I press play if you can hear it.
We're all on a journey through life. A journey to learn more about ourselves and the world. But learning is hard. Some things we find easy, other things more difficult. And when something goes wrong, it can make us feel like giving up. We might be scared to fail. We compare ourselves to others. But we can only learn and grow by facing challenges. It's not about what you can't do. It's about what you can't do yet. With hard work and determination, anything is possible. Life is not all plain sailing. By daring to make mistakes, we can start to grow and learn more about ourselves. When other challenges arise further down the line, we'll have the resilience and perseverance to confront them head on. Have self-belief. Work hard. Don't give up. And you might just surprise yourself with what you can achieve.
I thought that was such a sweet little video with the illustrations and everything. There's one more video I want to show you guys. Here it is. I couldn't link both of
Is
them.
part of learning.
Oh, excuse me. All right, one more quick video.
There are two types of mindset we can cultivate. One that embraces problems as opportunities to learn, and one that avoids them, often out of fear to fail. People that avoid conflicts can be described as having a fixed mindset. Those who see problems as interesting challenges have a growth mindset. Sometimes we like to switch from one to the other. People have a fixed mindset because they believe that basic qualities like intelligence or talents are fixed traits, and that these traits are responsible for success. They often like to document past achievements. With a growth mindset, people believe that new abilities can be developed through practice. This view creates the love for learning that most great leaders and artists have in common. For them, life becomes an exciting journey with endless opportunity to figure out new things and advance. To develop a growth mindset, Dr. Carol Dweck, the Stanford University professor who coined the term, advises leaders, teachers, and parents to celebrate trying. Teachers should applaud students for any grade if they studied hard. Parents should encourage their children to develop any new skill they are interested in. Doing this will make them learn the skill of learning, which will also help them back in the classroom. To illustrate the difference in everyday life, let's observe two imaginary kids. Jay thinks you've either got it or you haven't. Anne knows that she can learn anything if she wants it enough. At physical exercise, Jay avoids challenges. When it's time to jump over the vaulting horse, he's afraid to look stupid and be laughed at. Anne embraces any challenge. It's exciting. It's fun. She knows that failing is part of learning, and if she tries hard, at the end, nobody will laugh at her. Jay avoids feedback. If the teacher tells him how to improve an assignment he has been working on, he takes it personally. Anne knows that to improve, she needs to listen to constructive criticism. She also understands that it's not her that is being assessed, but the results of her work on that one day. Jay always takes the easy road. For example, he likes escalators and hates to take the stairs. When he is practicing the guitar, he stops the moment he's getting stuck. Anne usually doesn't even take escalators. She jumps up the stairs, counts every step in her head, and enjoys feeling the blood rushing through her veins. She practices the drums every morning for 15 minutes. Not that she always enjoys it, but she knows that effort is part of a journey to a more fun life. Anne likes to see others succeed. It inspires her. She knows that if she motivates her friends to get better, she herself is likely to grow too. If his friends try new things and succeed, Jay feels threatened. He's afraid that their success will put pressure on him to do more with his life too. Modern companies look for employees with a growth mindset because they solve problems and persist despite obstacles. To spot the right ones, some ask during the interview whether the job applicant believes if managers are born or if management is a skill learned. Jay thinks that managers are born. Anne gets the job. Neuroscientists support the idea. They confirm that the brain grows like any other muscle in the body, with training. Studies show that adopted twins tend to have higher intelligence compared to their siblings who stayed with their biological parents. The difference appears to come from the higher educational levels of adoptive parents and shows that nurture is more important than nature. A simple switch in how a person views a situation can mean the world of difference. Not just the outcome of that situation, the outcome of that person's place in life. As the late poet Samuel Beckett once said, "Ever tried? Ever failed? No matter. Try again. Fail again. fail better. What do you think about the concept? Is it overly simplistic? And if you buy the idea, do you believe it is possible to make a permanent switch from a fixed to a growth mindset? Please share your thoughts in the comment section below.
All right, so in the chat, or you can unmute, on a scale of 1 being a fixed mindset to 5 being a growth mindset, where do you think you are? No judgment, just honesty. 1 is fixed, 5 is growth, or maybe somewhere in between.
I think I'm a 3.
3. Mom said 4 in the chat.
Doing 3.
3. 4, 5, 2, 3. Love it.
Probably
What'd you say?
a 3.
A 3.
Yeah.
Aaron's a 3.
3.
Ellen's a 3. So no matter where you are on this fixed or growth mindset, some people believe it has a lot to do with how we're raised, who we're raised by, the environment we're raised in. But the other cool thing about mindset is that you can change it. So no matter if you're, a teenager or a grandparent, you can change your mindset if you want to. That's what science believes. And so that's what we're going to try to do in this group. We're going to try to learn mindset practices. We're going to try to just kind of stretch our brains a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and save this video on our thing too. So I'm going to give all of you a link to this Canva so you can have all of these videos as a resource, like if you want to go back and watch them or anything like that. It didn't let me do it. Okay, hold on. Technical difficulties.
Can you also post that when you post the recording in the team page?
Yep.
Okay,
And we
great.
can make a little guide.
Of course.
And when I say we, I mean Debbie can make a little guide. Okay, there we go. So the first video was that very peaceful illustrated video, and the second one was the one with drawing and some more definition. So we're gonna do a fun little activity now, and we're gonna make a word collage. Has anybody ever made one of these? Word collages? Okay, they're super fun. So any word that comes to mind when you think of the word mindset, go ahead and say them and I'll type them into this box here.
Pivot.
Ooh, I like that. Pivot.
Positive.
Positive. What was the other one?
Success.
Success.
Goals.
Goals.
Focused.
Oops, focused. Ooh, determination. Let's think of
Couldn't it
like,
be too?
sorry, what'd you say?
Couldn't it be like challenges too?
Yeah, challenges. Yep.
Clarity.
Belief.
You said clarity, belief.
Yep.
Yep.
Did anyone say discipline?
No, discipline. It's a good one too.
That was Peter's 2 cents.
Thank you, Peter.
Enthusiastic.
Yeah. Enthusiastic. What else?
What about flexibility or flexible?
Ooh, I like that.
Peter,
2 points for Peter.
participating. He was a 2, by the way, on the chart.
Participation points for Peter.
Go getter.
Go getter.
Mindset, mantras. I used mantras today.
Mantras, yep. Another word for mantras is affirmations.
Attitude.
Yep, attitude is in there. Ooh, what about
Ambition,
ambition? Yep. I added learning,
patience,
patience.
Goals.
Goals we have, yep.
gratitude,
Yes.
Teaching,
Teaching,
Love.
love,
do we have balance?
balance. We do now.
How about, like, did you say decision, like making a choice? Like being,
Yeah, we can add choice. Choice. What about training? So let me show you what our word cloud will look like. Hopefully it'll work. I'm going to copy all this just in case it doesn't work how I want it to.
and prepared.
I want to sign in. Okay, we're going to go to a different word cloud, an actual free one, because this one wants me to log in. Where's the one I used to use? Let's try this one. Nope, that's not it either. Let's try this one. There we go. Where do I put my words? Word list. Edit. Nope, don't want to do that. Oh, here it goes. It's down here.
Perfect.
I was wondering where it went. So here's our cute little word cloud. We can make it, we can change the colors on it if we want. We can change the font. Sometimes you can like make it into a cute little shape, but they usually want you to pay for that. So looking at all of these words, let me see if I can I'm just going to do a screenshot so it doesn't make me log in for a picture. As we learn more about what mindset is and how we can grow it and basically shape our own mindset, we can see how our little word collage grows. Ta-da! Isn't it so cute?
That's cute.
Yeah. There's some fun ones. You can like put it in the shape of a heart. We could put it in the shape of a brain. I just need to find the right website because I couldn't find it today. So there's our fun little activity. Now let's go back to our twos, our threes, our fours. Where and how would you like to grow your mindset? And here's another question. Are you happy with your 2, 3, or 4? Or would you like to get it to a 5? Anybody want to share what they're thinking about?
I need to increase mine. Still dealing with, how I was brought up in a negative household. So, that's just so ingrained in you. It's hard to break those habits, but I have gotten better, but I still need to work on it.
So what does that look like? Does that look like unlearning things or
Yeah, I have to really think about, like, I get ticked off pretty easy lately. And I have to just stop and, just think, was it that bad, bad enough to get upset? I just have to refocus, and I know I got a lot of work to do on myself.
So yeah, I just thought of a word for that. Where you like pause before you react. Oh, what is that called? It has a word. Respond versus reacting. So maybe That could be a category we look at. Unlearning um, old mindset.
Awareness is a big one, has been, for me, it's worked a lot this month for me, just because I feel so overwhelmed with trying to balance home, LB, surgery, crazy. And so when you have awareness of it, you can stop what you're doing.
You can shift, yeah, you can, if you have that awareness of like, oh, I'm doing it again, you can shift out of it. I love that.
And I like your Soft and Escape. I know some people might not know what that is, but you were talking about habits, and doing a habit with something that you're already doing, like
Yeah.
starting a new habit with something you're already doing. Cindy, are you in there? I don't even know.
So Debbie's talking about a Facebook group that I started at the beginning of 2024. So we're 7 months in, and every month I introduce 8 self-care topics. So what's 8 times 7? 56? No, 40?
56.
Okay, good. So we've now learned 56 different self-care topics. If anybody wants to join it, just let me know. There's a small fee, but that's the group that Debbie's talking about. It's a great place to learn and grow. And yeah, yesterday was it yesterday or it was today? I posted about habit stacking. But yeah, habits are a huge part of mindset for sure. Habits and routines. Where else?
When
Oh.
does that group meet?
It doesn't. It's just a Facebook group, and I
Oh.
post in there. It's videos and pictures, and it started as a group chat back in like December, and then it grew to the point where I moved it into a Facebook group.
And there's guides so that you can actually go back and look if you've missed anything, or like, oh, I need help with this today.
Yeah.
You can go look in the guides. Yeah.
Yeah, it has a search function, and yeah, it's a pretty fun group. So where and how do we want to grow our mindsets? We want to unlearn old mindsets. We want to learn how to respond versus react. We want to learn how to be aware and shift. We want to learn about habits and routines. Anything else you guys want to focus on? Where and how do we want to grow our we're doing this August, September, October, November for the next 5 months. This is going to be our mindset group. Anybody else want to add to the list? Okay. Let me check the chat just in case. Nope. Okay. All right. So now we know what mindset is. Now we have a little bit of awareness of where we are on a scale of fixed to growth mindset. And wherever you're at is perfect. Whether you're a 2, 3, 4, 5, or a 1. I know nobody said they were a 1, but if somebody's watching this replay and they're like, "Yikes, I'm a 1," that's okay. It's less about judging ourselves of where we are and more of just being aware. Because if you know where you are, then you know where you can shift into. So today, as our first mindset call, we're going to do one of my favorite, easiest, anybody can do this, and whether you're a 2 or a 5, a 1 or a 5, this will benefit you. So breath work is something that is taught in lots of mindset books. Almost every mindset podcast, audiobook, physical book, TED Talk, they will bring up breath work somewhere in their teachings. And there's lots of different kinds of breath work. My favorite is to breathe in through my nose and breathe out through my mouth. That's simple. So you breathe in and then you breathe out through your mouth. And if you'd like to make your exhale longer than your inhale, that will actually regulate blood pressure. It'll regulate your heart rate. It'll regulate everything. So, like what Cindy was talking about, like learning how to slow down and respond versus react, you can use breath work. Or if you're dealing with a very stressful or challenging situation, you can focus on breath work. One of my favorite books, which I have a little library of books I'm going to share with you guys, Train Your Brain. Dana Wilde even has a breath work exercise, and hers is 1 minute. Hers is like super quick, super easy, and you breathe in for 5 and you breathe out for 5, and you do that 6 times. So 5 seconds in, 5 seconds out, and then once you've done it 6 times, you've done it for a minute. We're gonna do it listening to an affirmation. One of my favorite artist groups, they're called A Beautiful Chorus, and they have a whole album of, here it is, the Wheel of Light album. The whole album is affirmations or mantras. Who said that earlier, Mom or Debbie? I can't remember. But we're going to listen to just a minute or 2 of mantras, and we're going to focus on our breathing, and then we'll talk about it afterwards. There's no wrong or right way to do this. If you want to latch on to one of my ideas of, breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth, you can focus on that. Or if you want to focus on breathing in when they say an affirmation and then breathing out when they say an affirmation, it's totally up to you. But I wanted to give you a few ideas just in case you've never done this before. So we're focusing on our breathing, and you can close your eyes while you do it too, if that feels nice.
Please let me be brave. Please let me see my choices clearly. Please let me be brave. Please let me see my choices clearly. Please let me be brave. Please let me see my choices clearly. Please let me be brave. Please let me see my choices clearly. Please let me be brave. Please let me see my choices clearly. Please let me be brave. Please let me see my choices clearly. Please let me be brave. Please let me see my choices clearly.
Whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes, or if you want to wiggle out your shoulders before you open your eyes, you can do that too. Just kind of come back to the space. Did anybody experience anything in their body doing that exercise?
Calmness and relaxation.
Love that.
Warm.
You felt warm,
Relaxation for me.
relaxed, relaxed. Very good.
Re-
Yeah, relaxing. Did y'all feel any physical sensations? Like at one point, I yawned. I was like, oh,
Yep, did that too.
did you have a yawn? Fun fact about yawns, you're not necessarily tired or bored when you yawn, your nervous system is releasing and relaxing. So when you yawn, your parasympathetic nervous system is relaxed, or activated, which is rest and digest. So if you yawned, that's awesome. I felt a little tingly at one point too. Breath work can really get your blood flowing. If it's been kind of slowed down, it can regulate blood pressure. I think I mentioned that. That was 2 minutes, if anybody's curious. Most of the songs on that album are 7 minutes. So if you want to go and check it out, Beautiful Chorus has, oh gosh, 6 or 7 albums. That's just one of them. And they're all really beautiful affirmations and chakra frequencies and just all that fun stuff. So now you can toot your horn. You just learned 2 mindset practices, breath work and affirmations. There's 2 other gurus that I really, really like for affirmations. If you want to look them up on YouTube or even TikTok, the first one is Abraham Hicks. Abraham Hicks is it's a channeled messages through, oh my gosh, I just forgot her name. Anybody else know her name?
Now that you asked, no.
Yeah, so when I was like, oh, Abraham, that's a very masculine name. It's probably a man, it's a woman. So her name is not, oh gosh, what is her name? But when she channels her messages, it's Abraham speaking through her, which is why it's called Abraham Hicks. Anywho, she has phenomenal affirmation. They call them Abraham Hicks rampages, and sometimes there's really beautiful artwork and stuff too. The other guru that I really love for affirmations and mantras and mindset work is Joe Dispenza. Dr. Joe Dispenza, and we could do a whole call on each of those people. Esther, thank you, Cindy. It's Esther and Jerry Hicks are the married couple, and then Abraham is the messenger, so to speak. All right, let me share my screen one more time. We are going to wrap this call up very soon. We're going to keep these calls to 45 minutes or less. The last thing I wanted to share with you guys resource-wise is our library. And I would like to add to this as we go, but these are just the ones that really stuck out to me right away when I was like, oh, I want to build a mindset growth library. The first one is Train Your Brain by Dana Wilde. Raise your hand if you've read that book. Debbie could probably raise all her hands and all her toes. Debbie and I have read this a bunch. Train Your Brain by Dana Wilde is massively helpful for those that want to grow. And you could grow your business with this book. You can grow your relationships with this book. You can grow your like personal passions, and it's just a phenomenal book, hands down. Lots and lots of good practices and exercises, and we'll do those on these calls too. So if you want to grab any of these books, we'll reference them frequently. Who Moved My Cheese? Who's read this book before? A couple of you. Who Moved My Cheese is what, like 100 pages? It's the shortest book. I read it in one sitting. It's a very cute story about 2 mice and 2 mice-sized people and how they deal with change. One day they wake up and their cheese is gone. And so you get to see how the 4 different mindsets handle change. Very, very good book, especially if you're maybe a 1, 2, even a 3 on the fixed to growth income scale that I made up. This is a really great one to shift up a number or 2. The third one I recommend is You Are a Badass by Jen Sincero, and I just love her humor. I love her Italian sass. This was the first book I ever read on like my self-help growth mindset path. And she's got a really great sense of humor. So highly recommend this book. Oh, Debbie got kicked out. We'll let her back in. The fourth book that I recommend is a little more, the first time I ever read this book, I was like, whoa, this is mind-blowing. And it took me several times reading this book before I could implement what it was teaching, just because it is kind of, it's energetic versus like train your brain. It's like breathe like this, move your body like this, think these thoughts. And then creating money is all about meditation, which they call visualizations, and working with the energetics of abundance. Beautiful book if you're like a 3, 4, or 5 on the fixed to growth mindset scale. This last one here, I haven't read yet, but I am highly, highly considering making this the book club for August. I host a chat-based book club every month. This month in July, we did You Are a Badass. The month before that, we did Creating Money. The month before that, we did Train Your Brain. We don't need a whole month to read Who Moved My Cheese, but I think I want to read this one next for August. So if this interests you and you want to be in the book club, let me know and we'll go from there. Okay, I know I did a lot of the talking on this first call, but I wanted to kind of set the tone and set the pace for what these calls are going to be like. We're going to learn and we're going to practice and we're going to grow our mindsets together. Does anybody have any questions about anything we talked about tonight?
I did.
Is there homework?
Is there homework?
Sorry, I lost connection. I had to get back on.
That's
I did
okay.
too.
Yeah, Debbie did too. That's funny. You guys both lost connection at the same time. There's not homework, but there is a call to action. So your call to action for the week between now and next Monday is to maybe you write it down or maybe you just take note of it. Moments in your day-to-day life where you think mindset is coming into play. So that next time when we meet, we can talk about that. Maybe it's during a work-related experience, maybe it's during a relationship interaction, or maybe you start reading one of these books and you learn something about yourself. Just becoming more and more aware of where mindset plays a role in your life. And we'll start the call next week with that. The other call to action is that last week we opened up the LeBri Cafe. Did you guys see that? And if you want to work on the LeBri Cafe this week, that will really help you too. There's only a couple of days left in the month. And then next month we have brand new products coming out and a price increase on some products. And we have our mystery bundle right now. And lipsticks are on sale. July and August sales are both going on right now. So there's a lot going on all at the same time. So just be aware. Is your mindset, there's too much, so I'm not going to do anything? Is your mindset, I can do it, there's plenty of time left in the month? Is your mindset, oh, I'll just wait till next month? Just be aware. Just be aware of what your mindset's like. And if you desire to shift, then you absolutely can, and we're here for that. So call to action, be aware of your mindset, and be ready to talk about it next week. Debbie, what was your question?
I was going to ask, is there maybe, I don't know how everybody feels about this because it's another chat, but I know we have the abundance bingo right now chat. Is there somewhere kind of in a safe space for those that do want to participate and talk about their awareness, their daily awareness, maybe a chat for that? Or
can we rename that chat, and whoever's not in there, we can make sure they get added? Do you want to do that, or would you rather start a fresh chat?
I don't know.
All right, let's vote. Would you guys like to change the name of our abundance bingo chat to mindset growth, or we can come up with a cute name, or do you guys want a fresh space?
I would say fresh because there's not a lot of people in there and a lot of them don't come to the calls, and I'm not even sure if they watch it.
Okay, we can start
Just
fresh.
looking at my people anyway, so.
Will you guys,
Fresh for me too.
fresh? Okay. Will you all raise your hand for a second or just put in the chat me if you want to be in the new group chat? And Debbie, can you maybe write down, make sure whoever
Thanks.
wants to be in the new chat will add you.
Teresa, Regina,
Yes, I'll go in it, please.
Cindy,
Yep. Jeanette,
me,
Kimberly,
Yes.
did I hear Deborah,
Yes.
yep,
Mary Ellen, you want to be in? Yes.
yep.
Who else we got on here? Kimberly Gemmel.
Karen Lyons.
Thank you.
Hmm. Ellen, you want to be in the chat?
Yes, please.
Okay, add Ellen. Okay, I think everybody on this call wanted to.
Okay. Great.
Perfect. Sweet. Look at that, 7:46. We're only 1 minute over. Okay, I will post this on the team page. So if you guys have teammates that you want to watch this, go and tag them. We'll make a little guide and we'll make a little group chat and we'll see you guys on here next Monday.
Guys already done, so look for Mindset Monday calls. So it's in there. Have a
Thank
good
you.
week, you guys.
Thanks,
Have a good
everybody.
week.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank
Bye.
you. See
Bye.
you next week.